Adenium, affectionately known as the desert rose, is a captivating genus of flowering plants belonging to the Apocynaceae family. Celebrated for its strikingly swollen caudex, which functions as a natural water reservoir, Adenium is a striking example of nature's ingenuity in adapting to arid conditions. Its sculptural form, often reminiscent of a miniature bonsai, has made it a favorite among succulent enthusiasts and gardeners who admire both its resilience and aesthetic allure. Native primarily to the arid regions of sub-Saharan Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, Adenium thrives under harsh, sun-drenched conditions where water is a rare commodity. Today, beyond its wild origins, Adenium has found favor in ornamental horticulture across the globe. Cultivated as a living sculpture or a dramatic focal point in gardens, it requires conditions that mimic its native environment, a period of warmth and light paired with mindful watering practices. Gardeners taking on the challenge of growing this formidable plant often delight in its slow development and eventual burst into a profusion of blossoms, a reminder of the plant's origins in the extreme climates of desert ecosystems. Adenium is adapted to arid regions, meaning it demands a conservative approach to watering. Overwatering is one of the most common pitfalls. In an active growth phase in spring and summer, water deeply but only when the top inch or two of your well-draining soil is completely dry. During the dormant season, usually in the cooler months or winter, reduce watering dramatically, just enough to prevent the plant from desiccation. Remember that Adenium's caudex stores water, so a little goes a long way. For the best results, always water in the morning to allow any excess moisture to evaporate during the day. In keeping with its desert origins, Adenium prefers low humidity levels. Indoor environments that mimic a dry climate are ideal. If your home tends to be more humid, consider placing your plant in a well-ventilated area or using a dehumidifier. Good air circulation will help prevent any stagnant moisture from allowing disease to take hold, especially around the base and in the crown. Adenium thrives best in 30%, 50% relative humidity for optimal growth and flowering. If humidity drops too low, you might notice leaf curling and stunted growth, signaling stress. On the other hand, excessive humidity can lead to root rot and mold, so ensuring proper air circulation is crucial. If you want to grow Adenium at home, the ideal temperature range is generally between 18 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius, although the plant can tolerate higher temperatures. In spring and summer, temperatures dropping below 16 degrees Celsius may weaken its leaves, causing them to turn yellow. In winter, it is best to keep Adenium at 10 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius for 2 months to allow it to enter dormancy. During this period, the plant sheds its leaves to fulfill its cold requirement, which is essential for flowering in spring. Light is critical for Adenium to maintain its compact sculptural form and encourage vibrant blooming. Aim for as much bright, direct sunlight as possible, ideally 4 to 6 hours daily. If you're cultivating Adenium indoors, choose a spot near a south-facing window where the plant can receive ample natural light. In lower light situations, the desert rose may become leggy as it stretches in search of sunlight, and its blooming potential could diminish. Supplemental grow lights designed for succulents can also be a practical solution in less sunny locales. The foundation for a thriving Adenium is well-draining soil. Because Adenium is highly susceptible to root rot, it's vital to choose or create a soil mix that prevents water retention while still supplying enough nutrients. A popular option is a cactus or succulent mix. You can also customize your blend by combining equal parts of potting soil, coarse sand, and perlite or pumice. This mixture ensures that excess moisture is efficiently drained away, while the stability of the medium allows the roots to anchor firmly. While Adenium is not a heavy feeder, it does benefit from a cautious regimen of fertilizer during its active growth season. Use a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer diluted to half strength and apply it every 4 to 6 weeks. Growers use November 3rd 38 NPK fertilizer. This occasional boost helps the plant develop new growth and vibrant blooms. During its dormant season, however, reduce or completely halt fertilization, as the plant's growth naturally slows, and extra nutrients can sometimes cause stress or encourage weak, spindly growth. Propagating Adeniums is a highly rewarding process, achievable through both cuttings and seeds. Stem cuttings are the most common propagation method. Select a healthy branch approximately 15 centimeters long and cut it at a 45-degree angle. Apply a fungicide to the cut end and allow it to dry in a warm, humid area, out of direct sunlight for 2 days, allowing calluses to form. Prepare a soil mixture consisting of equal parts sand and peat moss, then plant the cuttings 5 centimeters deep into the substrate. Keep the planting medium moist but not waterlogged. It should feel damp to the touch. Water again only when it dries out completely. Overwatering can lead to root rot, so careful moisture management is essential. Mist the cuttings with a spray bottle every 2 days. Position the pot in a location that receives 6 hours of indirect sunlight per day. Cuttings can be kept indoors or outdoors as long as they remain in a warm, bright environment, but avoid direct sunlight initially. Once new leaves begin to sprout, gradually move the adeniums into direct sunlight. If growing adeniums indoors, rotate the pot 180 degrees every 2 days to ensure even light exposure. Seed propagation is less common, but equally effective. Sow the seeds 1 centimeter deep in a well-drained soil mixture of equal parts sand and peat moss, ensuring the soil remains moist, but not excessively wet. Place the pots in a location that receives 6 hours of indirect sunlight daily. Adeniums thrive best against a south or west-facing wall. Seeds should germinate within 7 to 10 days and will be ready for repotting in approximately 1 month. Despite its hardy nature, Adenium can fall prey to a few diseases and abnormalities if its environmental conditions stray too far from its native habitat. Common pests include mealybugs, scale insects, and spider mites. Regularly inspect your plant for any signs of these invaders and treat infestations promptly with neem oil or insecticidal soap. Aphids are among the pests that attack Adenium. If aphids are observed, apply diazinon twice at a concentration of 1.5 per thousand, with a 15-day interval between treatments. Often caused by overwatering or poorly drained soil, root rot is a serious concern. Symptoms include wilting, discolored roots, and a mushy caudex. Prevent this by ensuring the soil is well draining and by adhering strictly to a conservative watering schedule. High humidity and stagnant air can lead to fungal infections on the leaves and stems. Improving air circulation and avoiding overhead watering can minimize the risk. Yellowing leaves may result from overwatering, nitrogen deficiency, underwatering, or insufficient light. Adenium leaf tip burn is primarily caused by direct, intense sunlight or low environmental humidity. Occasionally, excessive use of chemical fertilizers can also contribute to this issue. Abnormalities such as leggy growth, malformed leaves, or unusual discoloration often signal improper light conditions, temperature stress, or nutrient imbalances. Adjusting environmental factors and reassessing your care routine can usually correct these issues.